Hey everyone, this is Rachel and I am here with another scrapbooking process layout using my August 2017 Clique Kits. And I'd like to point out, it actually is still August. It is, let's see, August 27th? Yes, August 27th. I'm wearing long sleeves because it's actually this chilly in Connecticut. This is very weird. It's beautiful out. I mean, it's sunny, it's beautiful, but it's in the evening at this point, and it's on the chilly side of my house. It's throwing me for a loop, I gotta share with you. Alright, moving on to the layout. I've got a bunch of my Clique Kit, which is filled with Pink Paisley Summer Lights. I have these 3 photos, a 4x6 and then 2 3x4s. And I'm going to go ahead and get you on fast forward, see what comes of this. I don't really have any other plans except to hopefully use up the majority of the ice cream themed items in this particular kit. Couldn't think of the word kit. Super awesome. All right, folks, I'm going to get you on fast forward and get going with this layout.
Okay, so I was immediately thinking I would go ahead and mount this 4x6 photo on this purple paper, and then when I flipped it over, I'm like, you know what? If I do it in the other direction, I will be able to use a chunk of that sunsetty over water paper and use that as some layering blocks for this 4x6 photo. So yay me for thinking ahead. I'm going to go ahead and ink everything up. I believe that is Hickory Smoke ink from as part of the Distress ink line, and I consider using the stripe paper, but I'm like, nope, not going to work out. Now, instead of using my ink blending tool, I just did direct to paper, so I always like to give it a second to just soak into the paper so I don't ink everything else. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to look at this specialty holograph paper that also came in my kit, and my thinking was to use an entire strip of that. So what I was looking for was finding a strip that didn't have anything super beachy, as this has nothing to do with the beach. It just has to do with going to get ice cream. So I'm also going to pull a couple of the squares that have to do with ice cream. I pull that one that's a swirly soft serve cone, and then one that is popsicles. Now, no one got a popsicle this evening, but hey, it's in the same family and it works and I need to use it up, so might as well. So I consider using this striped paper, and then I changed my mind, but I forgot I had put glue on it, so it ends up under there anyways, and I end up realizing it later. It doesn't, like, why isn't this lining up? Why isn't this, this isn't supposed to be here? So you'll get to see that lovely mistake in a little bit. I also have these 2 3x4 photos, and I am going to trim both of them down because there's white space in them, and also I'm not liking the way they're lining up with my 4x6 photo. It's just like bleh, it's not looking great to me. So I decide to use this cut apart sheet from the Summer Light collection, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way around to being able to cut out that OMG square. And at first I'm thinking I'm going to tuck it in between my photos, but I hate that almost a second. I'm like, no. That was a bad idea, Rachel. So I'm looking to see what other things I have to add. So I go through the die cut pack and I start to pull out things I think might work. Not everything I pull I'm going to use, but I think I might use that summer die cut as part of my title. In fact, it does work for part of my title. I also pull out the word Chillin, and I'm going to use that as the majority of my title, and then I will add some bits to it as well. So I'm just kind of placing things around because I'm not sure how my this is what I do when I'm not sure what to do with one thing. Like, I'm not exactly sure how I want my photos to go, I just move on to do something else, and then it will work itself out in my brain, something that will work better. So I've pulled out all my die cuts, I've placed several of those squares, the holographic ones, and now I'm taking a gander at my stickers, seeing what will work where. And this is where I'm like, you know what? I think I figured out what I want to do. So I go ahead and get that larger photo block glued down. Now, while I'm doing all of this and I'm just gluing things down, here's where I realize that what I'm going to do is take this So what did I do is I take this tag and I trim it in half. I'm going to put part at the top and part at the bottom. And that's when I realize there's something off and I don't know what it is. I go to glue my 3x4, well, my slightly smaller than 3x4, and that's when I realized that that stripe paper is there. And I'm like, oh, maybe that, and they're like, wait, that's not supposed to be there at all. So I managed to get the majority of it out. I did have to rip a bit of it. But I was like, I knew something was throwing me off and I couldn't figure out what it was. So once I get that stripe paper out, everything kind of works a little bit better for me visually. And now I'm going to start placing these puffy ice cream cones. They came in my kit. I think they're from a company called Meri, M-E-R-I. But don't quote me on that. But I'm sure the information is available on the Clique Kit website. She had a whole bunch of different puffy stickers, so they're very cute. So I am going to place a couple more things. That star die cut, those popsicle holographic-y square thingy. I use such technical terms. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to glue down that holographic tag down at the bottom and the other half of that up at the top, and then I'm going to get the top part of my title down. The other part of my title is going to go down below that Good Times tag. Now, see, I did manage to get that OMG on the layout. You'll see I'm making a funny face in that photo, and that's because we were saying, oh no, let's make faces of how we're going to decide which ice cream to get. So then that photo right below it is the ice cream that I got, which was, I think it was like chocolate peanut butter or something like that. I honestly don't remember. It was very, very good, but I actually ate a lot of ice cream this summer. It's kind of nutty. All right, moving on. I'm getting everything glued down. I layered a sticker of ice cream underneath that puffy sticker of ice cream, and then I added a third ice cream, so I was super happy. I used up almost all of those puffy stickers. I have one left that says "Give me sugar," and I'm actually going to use it on a non-ice cream layout because of something that happened to my nephew at camp in a funny way, not in a bad way. So now I'm pulling out these LE Studio alphas that I'm going to use for the rest of my title. I was originally taking a gander at the holographic ones that came with the kit, but they do not have an @ symbol, and I had it in my head to use an @ symbol rather than just the word @ So I take out these pink ones, and I am just writing the words at McNulty's. That's the name of the ice cream place that we actually almost always go to when we go to Long Island in the summer. Then I pull from the sticker sheet these 2 label stickers, and I'm going to use a slick writer to write my journaling. And I'm just saying how we took another one of our trips to McNulty's, and this time my housemate's mom came along, which made for a very fun and interesting time. My housemate's mother is very hard of hearing, but does not want to wear a hearing aid, so she speaks quite loudly, and she doesn't always understand everything that's going on, and she will just randomly tell you things that, you know, and she's talking about this, and she's talking about that, and you know, this person lived there, and that person lived there, and that's where someone worked for a couple years, and then all of a sudden she shouts out and points at a house, and she's dead! And then went right on to another story, and we had no idea why she felt to say that so vehemently. So I am going to write that story, but I'm going to put it on the back of the layout because I don't want just anyone reading it, but I do want my nephew to remember it. All right, folks, I had some enamel dots, but I am done as I went on about that story. So thanks for joining me. Flick me a thumbs up if you can, and have a great day, everyone. Bye!